Hello, everyone. I'm Arlon.
Hey, it's Robyn. And is here, but she's having microphone difficulties.
Hey, it's Sam.
Hi, Sweet.
Hey, it's Naj, and the quote of the day is from Jed. Actually, noob, I'm your alpha. You're done, and when I say you're done, T.
Yeah. And then we have our guest.
Hi, I'm Cal.
She's back, with some more flavor.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't join us for very long on the last one. So
On the Landon episode.
On the Landon episode,
Of course. That Landon one was a
That made
mess.
me so sad.
The Landon episode was a mess. Okay, so we're going to start talking about the season 3 information that we got from Julie, which was about the long-awaited kiss.
Before we get into the wolves.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think it's about, y'all?
I want to see Landon.
I don't know. Like, I don't think it's Handon because, like, I want to understand if it's a longer-awaited kiss. If they already did season 3 and Landon's possessed, but the only time I can think that it would be Handon is if, like, if they wake up, they both wake up.
Well,
I don't think they would know.
It's supposed to be a season 2. It was supposed to be in the 4 episodes that they stopped filming. It was supposed to happen. So the thing is, they said a romantic reunion.
That's
Handon.
The sad thing is that if it is Handon, that means they're not awake for like another episode.
Yeah, they're going to be out. Or Landon's not going to be. So.
And they're the only couple, they're the only 2 main characters, because they said it's 2 main characters, that are, technically speaking, apart right now.
True. Listen, it makes sense. Once again, I don't know.
Then again, there's also MG and Lizzie, which no one has mentioned.
Yeah.
True, but they're not technically a couple, and they just kissed in and they haven't.
Yeah, we don't know.
They were together.
It's how she's wording it. It's like how she's wording it can be either or.
I said this to Sam, and I think it's Handon too because obviously we know they didn't get very many kisses, right? Like they got 3 basically in the whole season. And if Julie is so adamant, like if this kiss is supposed to happen, because I mean normally they could just like brush it aside and be like, whatever, we'll just figure something else out. But if she's like struggling to try to find a way for this kiss to happen, it has to be pivotal to the storyline. So if Handon didn't get very many kisses, maybe it's because this kiss was supposed to be pivotal to the storyline, and they have to have this kiss in order for.
They might be pivotal before he gets took, if that's what you're insinuating.
Exactly, like it's supposed to be like a kiss before all hell breaks loose, and it's pivotal to the storyline that they like. That's kind of my thinking, is that if she's struggling to make sure this kiss happens, I mean, it must mean that this kiss is supposed to be like important.
It has to.
It has to.
And now so many theories are running through my head that it's a problem.
It can be Handon, Mizzy, Posey, like at this point. But I feel like
No, why would you say that?
Arlon, I'm gonna need you to tilt your hat, please.
It's supposed to be 2 main characters. So I as much as it would be amazing if it was Posey, Penelope isn't a main character. And it just wouldn't make sense for it to be like in the storyline, even for it to be anyone.
Yeah, because Josie is supposed to have a kind of like relationship with Jade, right? So it would
like even if I don't know, cut this out if you want to, but even if it was supposed to be a Hosey kiss, it wouldn't make sense. No, but I'm just saying though, it wouldn't make sense in the storyline because the storyline right now isn't on Hope and Josie. Like
it would make sense to be like Landon and Hope, because once again they're the only ones in a relationship as we speak.
Exactly. So a reunion a reunion. Like, you have to look at that word.
Yeah. That's what she's using. That's
Well-
what she's using to trick people.
They said it was a reunion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also, because I don't know why, but the moment you said something, it clicked in my brain, because if it has to be a pivotal moment, what if, like you said, that's when Landon gets taken?
Yeah.
It could be like, that's not actually Hope, or something like that.
Or it could be a goodbye.
What if the cliffhanger is she kisses him and she doesn't know that that's the possessed Landon? You know, we're gonna be quiet.
Something like that, yeah.
We're gonna be quiet.
Yeah. or it could be a goodbye kiss. Like, it has to be pivotal. So it could be a goodbye kiss. Or what if it's the kiss that wakes her up?
Honestly, it's gonna be the kiss that just
But they
gives Landon all
wouldn't
his
do that,
powers.
the whole non-consensual kiss thing.
But they're already together in a relationship.
Yeah, like
Hope and Landon were already together in a relationship.
What? That
so,
was a good prediction.
Okay, but she kissed him too many times for this one kiss. I mean, maybe.
I mean, the
But,
first
like,
time they kissed, like he started flying or levitating.
That's not the first kiss.
That's
though.
what I mean, though.
I-
But it has to be pivotal, because if she is trying to figure out how to get this kiss in, it has to mean something.
And
it
she
has
says
to mean
reunion.
something to the storyline, and I just don't see it being anything but Handon.
Honestly, main character is like such a loose term.
Yeah, because honestly,
it could be a posy kiss. Honestly, they could like make Penelope a main or something.
Yeah.
And the other thing where it says they said it's gonna inflame millions of fans. I don't think when the writer was writing that wasn't Julie who said that. That was the writer who said that. And the writer said that because the words before it was, I don't want to spoil the show, or not to give any spoilers. So, like, I think the writer would be more like, if I spoiled the show, it would inflame millions of fans, not that this kiss is going to inflame millions of fans.
Yeah, but I don't know why they will say that, because once again, it's obvious that Landon and Hope are together. Like, there's no like.
Yeah, but they're both
asleep. Or
asleep.
not.
She's asleep and Landon is supposedly dead. So, like,
so how
the
like
spoiler would be that they get up and they wake up and they kiss.
I mean, I feel like people that were like, I feel like we all know that like we're not dead anyway. But I guess whatever floats their boat, because people do think Landon's dead, and he's not love. You know, he's coming back. I don't know so what, but I mean,
the thing is Landon is a very loved character on set. So I mean, no matter how much hate he gets off set or like on Twitter, he's still very loved on set. So
I just realized that that's happened to characters before. Like, half the fan base hates them, they get fired because it takes down ratings and stuff like that.
But half the fan base hates him simply because of who he's with.
Because in season one,
other than the fact,
like in season one, like the hate towards him wasn't as hot as it was when season two started, because season one ended where they thought that they were going to have this opportunity since she's erased from everybody's mind. And that created this spectrum of, okay, well, since she's erased from everybody's mind, it's a clean slate of who can get her first. And since he still got her first, it spiked up the hate for him.
I just don't see them, like, getting rid of Landon or Arya. Like, I just don't. Because there was other characters in Vampire Diaries and in the originals that were hated that never got the boots.
And once again, like, I don't think the writers will actually sit here and be like, okay, the audience says this person got a boot. Like, they're going to use their character regardless. Like, you cannot just ditch a plot for keep satisfying.
Arya is literally the definition of I just work here.
Yeah, like he just works. He literally works here, and he's antisocial, but yet he's the most talked about on Twitter. Like,
and they started the whole premise of the show.
For my son,
with Hope and Landon, like he was introduced in the originals because he was supposed to be the main love interest of Legacies. So like then you're gonna scrap the whole entire show, the whole like original plan of what you wanted for the show, simply because this character is hated on more than he's supposed to be hated on.
Yeah, and if so, like even before finishing season 2, his hate was still rocking in the beginning of season 2, and they haven't scrapped up any ideas for the second half. So like once again, it's whatever they write. Like it's not some audience's opinion is not going to.
I do hope that they just don't take fan account or like fans' opinions
fan
service into account, because it's just like they stay with your story, write what you want to write, and be true to it.
Yeah, like I mean, So, anyways, it can be
Let's get
anybody's. It can be
yeah.
any ship's game. But since the only one that's together is Handon, that's what we think. But if they do spice it up with Posey, I will be very much obliged.
And the other thing we do know is now those 4 episodes will be the start of season 3.
Oh,
Wait,
So
so does that mean we get 24 episodes?
I don't know.
It'll
But
probably be
those
16
four-
like for
those-
season 1.
Well, those
they
4
better give us
episodes,
20.
they didn't say they were going to rewrite them. So, yeah, it might be 20 episodes. So we'll get 16 for season 3 and then have the 4 episodes. It all depends on when they go back to filming, though, too.
Yeah, that means that we will always be robbed of 4 extra episodes because of Sis Rona. It's fine.
It's not
It's not because,
But at least we're getting those 4 episodes. It's
Yeah.
just now it won't be a cliffhanger when Landon gets possessed. It'll just be like, oh, he's possessed, and then we get...
Yeah, I mean, it may be a good thing because imagine us knowing now that he's possessed, we still waiting for like 12 years. The good thing is that we can get it all in one.
Yeah.
But then it'll kind of like drain down the anticipation of our theories because
we don't even know. We don't even know if it's going to start in January. So, like, who knows?
I doubt it because
It's not.
how are they gonna film?
And this is a segue to saying, wear your masks.
Yeah.
Wear a fucking mask.
Listen. You know it's serious because colleges are saying you're only coming up for the fall, which means that they already know they're going to get hit with a second wave prior to that, and they're already doing hybrid classes. So
and like doctors are saying, if everyone wore their mask for 6 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks, it could make a difference. But people don't want to. Like,
they're seeing, I'm sorry to make a political statement, but these motherfuckers are flying to Puerto Rico and other places because the trips are free. And I'm like, what's also free? Corona. So do you want that too?
I mean,
guess what's not free? A hospital visit.
Look at Canada versus the States.
This is embarrassing.
We're back to filming. There's filming happening in Canada right now. Nancy Drew and stuff like that is going back in the next couple of weeks.
This is embarrassing.
You have 2 episodes filmed, so if they go back, like, hopefully we can maybe get those 2 episodes in January, but at this point, who knows? Because, I mean, who knows what's going to happen.
Okay.
So if we have to go back to school, editors have to go back to their work. Like,
I mean, really, they're going to have to basically, like, quarantine the cast for those, like, few months, and they're just not going to be, like, vacations anymore. So basically, it'll just be like, well, you're going to do, like, I don't know, 5 months of filming, and you won't be able to get those breaks, and then you'll just get off earlier or something. So that they can keep them quarantined. And all of the cast members, whoever's supposed to be in it, are going to be in Atlanta so that no one leaves the state. And they're going to have more bottle episodes, which means season 3 is going to be focused more on, like, singular, like, background, like, character episodes with the characters that they have and not bringing new people in.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, it's another thing that can be a good advantage is that the thermometer thing, like, they can put the thermometer to the head and see what the temperatures is. They can help as well. But at this point, listen, wear your masks, please. Let's get into the werewolf stuff. Okay.
All right.
The first question, I mean, this is our question set, because we're curious as well. The first question is, since we know Jetta was at school back when Alyssa and the twins were preteens, that means that he triggered his curse early. So what do you think he did to activate his curse? I don't know.
It's interesting because he would have been like 12 or 13 because they joked about Alyssa marrying Jed. They had that, that fortune teller thingy or whatever.
So that means that, like maybe, like, I don't know, like, what if an accidental killing? Because I don't think,
Well, when I was reading the questions, I first thought that popped into my head was, what if his pack did ritual murder to trigger your curse? But then again, I don't think Alaric would let someone from that pack into the school. So then what if he, like, pushed a kid on the playground a little too hard, he hit his head and died, like a Lockwood situation?
Yeah, I think it would have to have been something like accidental but once again, I mean, maybe because it's like been years, but he doesn't feel guilty about it. Like, we don't even see him like have any type of, I don't know. I mean, maybe because they didn't dive into his character yet.
It definitely wasn't like a vindictive thing, whatever happened, because because I mean Jed turned out more to be a softie in season 2, but I mean something happened when he was that young to trigger his curse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But we
I
don't
just
know if he's been like triggered for his entire youth.
Yeah. Like what if he was like 6 when he got triggered? Because he like had a little brother and the little brother drowned or something. Like
Because he was supposed to watch him or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we have no idea. So it'd be really interesting to find out like why he was triggered so early.
Yeah, like I would like to know why. Once again, since it was young, I most likely would assume that it's an accidental killing, if not anything. And I hope you do become like a kind of a main character, a second main character in season 3, because since they did do this like arc of him being a better person than what he was in season 1, it would be nice to see him work with Caleb because their dynamic was funny. So
it's really
sorry.
I was just going to say it's really interesting that like there's this school of so vampires are turned vampires because they're killed. Witches are born witches. Werewolves don't trigger their curse until they kill someone. So you have a whole school of wolves that killed someone, that killed people. Like as kids.
But that's a lot of an accident. But there's also the problem of the Genie episode where Hope never came to the school. Jed came to the school when he was a teenager in that storyline.
Yeah, but that could just be because the school, he didn't know about the school. Because, like, the school, once it got funded by Klaus, probably they would have, like, branched out and had more, people coming and stuff like that and was able to bring more people in. But
there was also the fact that Jed came to the school. They didn't go out and get him.
Yeah. So who knows? Like,
so
you think sought them out, or
so do you think that Hope kind of made it more early for him? Cause that didn't make sense though. Like for him to be older in an alternate universe to come in and be like, hey, I activated my my curse, and then like in the original storyline he's younger. That doesn't make sense.
There's so much that's off because he's a secondary character, but
yeah, they thought he was paying attention.
Maybe he was part of like a pack. Like maybe Haley was the one that brought him to the school because she was the alpha. So like his parents or like his pack or whatever was like, okay, he's triggered his curse. He needs to go to a school. So Haley's the one that brought him to the school because Hope went to the school.
Could be. Yeah, I'm honestly having like a head canon that like maybe Haley has something to do with it. Have something to do with his.
I mean, I'm sure that Haley was responsible for many of the wolves going to the school. She was responsible for Henry going.
But then there'd be more of a Crescent presence. And then, like, talking more to Hope.
But we don't know what pack they're from. And Hope has never wanted to be the alpha and never really wanted to talk to them in the first place. I mean, I think it's more because she's ashamed of her werewolf side. But, like, she never really wanted to be a part of that anyway. So, like, Jed would just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll be alpha. I don't care.
True. I mean, once again, listen, it is what it is. I don't know. I feel like it could be because of Haley, but once again, what if Haley recommended other packs? Like, hey, the school got werewolves to come.
But that would be the whole 5-year thing, and that's just getting way too much into detail.
Yeah, we're just doing theory, hypothesis,
It's an exact science.
Yeah, at this point, they gotta tell us. They need to be more informative with the werewolves then, because if Arlon season 2 kind of like abandoned them completely for the 16 episodes,
and we need a female werewolf.
Yeah, we need a lot of things. I just feel like at this point they're worrying about like the main characters and not even like, and even when it's the main characters, it's not even like them really. It's like you don't see them as werewolves, you don't see them as vampires. So it's like you just see witch magic more than anything. The next question is: if Hope bloodline created the wolf curse, is it fair to say that her bloodline could also end it somehow?
I'm gonna wait till the end because I have like a long thing on this.
Oh,
because she is a direct descendant of the Hollow, because of like the Crescent Pack, and the Hollow is who cursed the 7 bloodlines to become werewolves, anyways. And her mother, the Hollow's mother, became the first Crescent werewolf, which is a descendant to Haley and then Hope. So, which is why the Hollow wanted to take over Hope in the first place, is because she's a descendant of her. Yeah. So, like, if Hope's blood could, if technically Hope's blood created that curse, and remember how with the Croatoan they said that only the witch or whoever, or like the bloodline or whoever created that monster or whatever was who could defeat it, which is why Hope needed that necklace in order to defeat it, because it was like part of the original witch. What if somehow Hope could, also because she's been infected with the Hollow, could end that curse for wolves all around?
I'm just gonna try to sum up basically, because I answered these questions on something else when I read them. But you also have to think about the fact that packs have been marrying to each other to get all of the perks of being a werewolf, essentially. So before they found out it was a curse, they thought it was a gene. So what if it mutated? And I don't think that singularly Hope's blood can take out the werewolf curse, because one, it's mixed with vampire and witch's blood, but it's also the fact that if you were to wipe out every single werewolf, you would have to get all the bloods from every single different mix and mutation of the werewolves, like how Marcel and I forgot what the other guy's name was. Lucian. How they took the serum from the venom of all of the packs.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just like a tribe. It would be more difficult for her to just wipe off the werewolf curse. But once again, I don't think they will ever use that to get rid of the curse.
But if her blood comes from, if she's one of the, like her blood is an original, werewolf, when the curse first started, also that kind of ties into the whole, Malivore thing, because a werewolf is what helped create him. So, she might have to be the wolf part of that whole tribe thing, because her blood is a descendant of the werewolf who,
Small sidetrack. Why don't they just, every week or so or day, they siphon a liter of blood off of Hope until they get 6 liters, put it into I don't know, a balloon, and then throw it in Malivore.
Because it's not because she doesn't have the activated vampire side.
Yeah, you saw how they try to. I don't even know why they try to do that landing thing, because
but they could mix her blood with a vampire's blood.
You think it'll be a difference though?
Each week siphon some blood off would work.
Yeah. Do you think it's specifically her vampire blood that would make a difference, or do you think it's just anybody's blood could go into Malivore?
Well, it was just, they said it was he was made from a witch, a vampire, and a werewolf. So I mean, they didn't say if it was a bloodline or something. They just said that it was just a witch, a werewolf, and a vampire. So who knows?
What if it has to be 3 people and not just one?
Because it's a triad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it'd be Hope, MG, and then probably one of the twins. Because what if it's like we were talking about in the twins episode, it comes from the Gemini coven. That witch was someone from the Gemini coven.
She was?
Well, no, we don't know, but we talked about it, how maybe it could have been.
Yep.
So.
Okay, so we want to do the next question, or are we done with this question?
I think we're done with that one for now.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is: will we ever see hybrids and legacies? Who better?
Oh.
Who better?
No, you don't think so?
To be honest, no, because how they are with the supernaturals anyway. The fact is that they're these random supernatural creatures are getting more screen time than werewolves and vampires in the show. That means that we're not getting a hybrid. If it's already enough to get werewolf and vampire screen time,
We don't even know Caleb's backstory. Like
we don't know
anybody's
characters' backstories. We don't know nobody's past. We didn't see no vampires until like the last 3 episodes with Jade, and even then it was cut off for like the rest of the episodes. When we saw that for 2, the werewolves we didn't see. The closest thing we got to werewolves was like the first couple episodes because of Ralph. The pack we don't even know about. Don't even remember really getting MG and Caleb, and even then we don't see them do the blood thing. They dropped the bloodlines, they dropped the blood storyline. At this point, it's just whatever they want to throw at us at this point. So if we can't even get singular supernaturals, I don't think we're going to get a hybrid unless they spice it up. And
we don't even know how MG died. He hasn't even mentioned it casually, like, oh, I got stabbed. Like, no!
We don't know anything. At this point, we're just grasping for straws because we got a Ralph storyline, sort of. We got a Landon storyline. We got a little taste of MG, but we don't know anything about MG. We don't know how young he was. We don't know how his mom is more accepting than his dad. Do his dad know about his mom's job? Like, we don't know Caleb. We don't like how his family is his family okay? We don't know anything. At this point, we're just like predicting. And you think that you're going to add like 3 new characters in this show, and I'm supposed to just be like, okay, it's fine. No storyline is needed. They're just there for love interest mode. Like, come on. Let alone you already dropped Ethan and Maya, and you said that they were like going to be crucial to Hope's love life.
Yeah, so, but I'm fine with that.
No, like you can't just keep bringing these characters in and then dropping the bag. So I don't think we're going to get like a hybrid anything unless we're getting a heretic Lizzie.
Well, everyone wants Raph to be a hybrid. Not everyone, we don't, but
I mean, I feel like that would be like a whole Tyler thing over again because his werewolf side is still traumatic to him, and if he's becoming a vampire,
he can barely control his wolf side.
Yeah, he's going to go
especially now that he died and then like came back and then
he killed Landon. Like he's going to be This is going to be a whole another crucial moment of him not being.
Have they not even mentioned that? Like.
Well, I really hope that his dad, like, that he gets to, like, heal with his dad and go and search for his mom. Like, that's my biggest hope for Raph's storyline.
I really want him
he bonds with his dad and he goes and finds his mom. Because I think that's what's needed.
And then he can come back and take
over.
The
next question with that
is,
you could find out what pack he's from.
Yeah, which bloodline. So what bloodline do you think Ralph and Jed is from? I honestly don't know. I don't know.
Oh, they don't have Crescent Moon.
We don't see any
marks, which I'm sure that they probably check. Like, I'm sure that Hope would know if they had marks.
Yeah,
they're not from the Crescent pack. And Keelan was the last one from the Malraux pack, so I don't think they're from that. But they could be from any of the other ones.
The other 5. And it's not like Legacy's also forgot about Hope's Crescent as well because they did. So, you forgot about your own ingredients.
What pack was Jackson from?
He was a Crescent.
He was a Crescent.
Yeah, because the Lebonaires and his family just split off in 2, but they were still Crescents.
Okay, so yeah. Well, right, that's why she could marry him and then share her hybrid powers. Because they're from,
okay. So the next question is, do you think season 2 will be more focused on the pack?
No.
I don't, well, even with them saying that they're going to be filming more bottle episodes, I don't think so because they can't, they might have like the core background people, but I don't think they won't be able to do like crowds.
Yeah, and then plus Ralph isn't like fully uncontrolled either. So like we need to know I guess it goes into the next question of once again, who was controlling this pack? Ralph came back and has yet to mention being the alpha or the struggle or how am I gonna deal with the pack? So who is the owner? And then Jed is out here singing and stuff like that. He's out here getting his boo.
Well, I think Jed just kind of took over.
I guess he's like this. I don't know.
Because the werewolves are so used to being ruled over by Jed, they're not like an articulate pack like Jackson was. He could step away for a month and nothing would happen.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes to my next question of like, Since Ralph was away in the beginning of season 2 due to being a werewolf, do you think that Jed became alpha or sub-alpha until Ralph came back?
I think he definitely became. I don't think he became alpha because he wasn't able to defeat Raph in order to like really take that place, like in Wolf lore or whatever. But he probably became the sub alpha, and the pack never questioned it because they like how said they were so used to being ruled by him.
Yeah. It was like Ralph it's on every day out here. Like it was like it's fine. So like well, I guess I don't know because I was going to say that. Do you think that this pack is kind of like we need to follow our alpha at all times, or they're kind of like okay, we'll listen to their rules.
Oh yeah,
they have their own thing on the side.
They follow the alpha because even in like when they were voting for the honor council, they went with whoever was the alpha, right? They didn't go with.
Yeah, I was going to say like they listen to like the main decisions, like the decisions that the alpha makes, but like do they have like because how Jed is like not with them, he was with Caleb, like what the pack just loose like, do whatever they wanted at the time.
Raph kind of took over the alpha position not because he wanted to be an alpha, but because he wanted to save Landon. So like he took over the alpha position in sort of the wrong way. An alpha has to want to lead the pack, and Raph never wanted to lead the pack. He just wanted to be able to answer, or he just wanted to be the head of the pack so that he could have a vote in Landon's life. And when he had that vote, he didn't really care about the pack after that. The pack just didn't really matter to him afterwards.
Yeah, and once again, Landon still got sent on, so it kind of defeated the purpose of it. So
he was never. I don't think Raph ever wanted to leave.
I think so. I think he just want to relax and marinate. I still think that he's not even like he doesn't even want to accept his werewolf. To be honest, I feel like he didn't like him being a werewolf. Kind of reminds him of his dead ex-girlfriend, which can I don't know.
I mean, the thing is too, Jed has had a lot of years to accept who he is and be a werewolf, whereas Raph is still trying to, yeah.
And then
plus, trying to come to terms with it.
Yeah, and then plus like the fact that he was like a werewolf for months.
Oh, where did Cal go?
We'll see. Our lives. Yeah, but also
my eyes are hurting.
Yeah. But plus since he was a werewolf for a couple months and he had to go through that traumatic moment, that makes it worse because not only is he new to the werewolf scene, but he also was literally stuck in a werewolf form for months. So it's kind of like a double traumatic event for him. And then it's like every time he thinks he's getting a hold of his his werewolf side, something traumatic happens again. And just like as soon as he became human again, he gets killed after he finds his dad, which was a good thing to happen. And now he comes back to kill Landon. It's kind of like he just keeps getting up there, then he goes back down, then he goes up, then he goes back down. So I feel like I don't think he'll ever be fully at peace with being a werewolf because of all the stuff that's happening.
That's why I really want him to find his mom, because I think his mom would really help him learn and come to terms with the fact of what and who he is.
Yeah.
I think that his mom will be the only one to really because I mean everyone has their own things. Jed's not going to help Roth because he has his own thing. Hope has her own thing. I mean, Hope has the weight of the world on her shoulders. She's not going to be there to and Hope not denies it, but isn't a huge fan of her werewolf side to begin with, just because of what happened with her mom and everything. She's kind of hesitant to be a wolf, so she's not of any help to him as far as his wolf side goes.
Yeah.
So,
it's this thing of why did Ralph come back? With previous seasons, it's always every character does not have to be in the same space for you to have a main plot. Ralph did not need to be there for the Kai and Joe situation. He didn't have to be there. He could have they could have had him have his own storyline, which is what we wanted. We wanted him with his dad. The only reason why I'm thinking of doing this because the necromancer. But why did the necromancer really want? I mean, I guess he wanted him because he was a werewolf. But you could have did anybody.
He wanted someone to infiltrate the school, and Rock was an easy target because he was getting off of a bus. But the fact that Chad could overcome Raph and the necromancer and Chad could overcome Raph, especially him being an alpha, it just seems weird.
Yeah, it seems weird because he should not keep even though he's a new alpha and a new werewolf, he kicked Jed's butt, and Jed had been a vampire. I mean, a werewolf. I keep saying vampire. This is insane. Jed's been a werewolf longer than Ralph, and Ralph kicked his butt. So I would think that Ralph has more power. Like, he's powerful. So how did the necromancer and Chad, two people, come past him and do that? And then like he can sense them or nothing? That doesn't make sense. And let alone that you really had Landon and Ralph leave this after school to get his dad just for us to not see any of that development on screen. Am I frozen? Like, are you kidding? Okay, now I see myself moving.
I can see you.
Yeah, I was frozen.
They're frozen.
Oh my god! Let me mute my camera for a second while I talk, because this is not it. But like,
it's fine. I'll just cut it out.
No,
Is Cal coming back?
I don't know. She hasn't said anything to me, from my knowledge.
Out here.
You know. Okay. So as I was saying, if it doesn't make sense for them to bring Ralph and Landon and have the little adventure to find his dad, just for him to find, like, just to us not see no screen time build up at all.
Well, I mean, I think Ralph came back because first he was probably worried about Landon, because he obviously talked to Landon because Jed asked Landon about Ralph in episode 10 when he was showing or episode 9, sorry, when he was showing Sebastian around.
Yeah, it's no problem that he's back, but the thing is that we didn't see anything with his dad. Like, we only got like a little bit of
that would have been nice.
Like, it would have made more sense. And I'm more mad that they did like vagueness just for us to be so intrigued to see what happened with Ralph. We already didn't predict he got killed. It's like, you could have gave us the scenes. Like, you could have gave us the scenes of him being, like, how he even got to the point of getting on the bus. You could have gave us.
I'm kind of shocked that the dad just let him get on the bus and leave.
Yeah, like, that's what killing me. Like, I would like to see how they departure and what happened during that time, opposed to us getting like little flickers and flackers of taking like 3 episodes for us to figure it out. Like, really, you couldn't just tell us right there. It's like, trash, garbage. It's fine. Oh yeah, it's not. Kyle says she can't join because she's about to go to eat some dinner.
Well, it was nice having her while she was here.
Yeah, she Kyle has to go eat. Since we started the podcast a little late. So, but thank you for coming in. A little spice.
Thank you.
Well, the first theory was who we already answered that, but like, how would Jed activate his curse? The next question is, since every time we see the wolves, they seem so close with each other, do any of you have any theories as to what may have brought them that close, or do you think they have been close because they share the same fate every full moon? So
I think honestly, it's a pack thing. I think that it's a wolf thing. Like, every pack has like a hierarchy, and as long as they have an alpha, there's kind of like the alpha kind of says, like, okay, everyone's okay with everyone, and deals with the fact that the alpha deals with all the discord in the group makes the group happier because they don't have to kind of deal with it themselves. The alpha's going to deal with it.
And I do feel like, since they had once again, they all triggered their curse at different times in different ways. But since they like all experience a death in their life, I guess they can kind of strengthen their bond as well, because not only are they feeling that way, everybody else is feeling the same way of how, when I activated my curse, I was this way or this way. So I feel like them having that experience kind of can strengthen the bond anyway. But also, like, the alpha being...
Well, and then also, in, like, the first couple of episodes of season 1, they, it showed, like, Jed having the wolves kind of travel together. Like, they played that game with the medicine ball together, and then they were kind of like, it didn't seem like the wolves were apart. They ate together, like, even Josie or Lizzie said that the wolves kind of stick to their own. So they were always kind of like a pack thing and not like a singular unit, or like, each person, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like their own happy family.
Yeah.
So, and that question was asked by Liz, by the way, Handon's bathtub. I don't even know why I didn't even say the username first. The next question is by me, I guess, if Maya was to become a werewolf, how would you imagine her activating her curse if she has the genes?
Would we think Maya's the werewolf and not Ethan?
I mean, I guess both of them, but since Ethan is probably going to die, or he's going to get written away, since, the actor, he's having his own show, which is the 100 People.
I mean, I would prefer Maya to be a werewolf.
Yeah.
So cool.
I don't know, because like if she does, I want to know what will activate it. Like, would her mom die in the hands of her? Like, what would possibly activate her curse?
Maybe she'll kill her brother by accident.
Maybe.
A car crash or something. She's like, oh my god, like we won't see it because he's not there, but she's gonna be like, oh my god, Ethan got in a car crash. But like, I feel like since he already had his arm broken, he's probably gonna be under like his mom care more than anything. So I don't know. I don't know if it'll just be like, oh yeah, I killed Ethan in a car. I don't know. Listen, I don't even know why I'm getting into it because Legacy's ain't gonna give us that. Legacy's not gonna give us anything but the same like 3 things.
Damn.
Which to me, let me stop. I feel like this episode is me grinding up Legacies. I love Legacies, please. Now we're here for the viewer questions, which the first one is from Felix. Jed and Hope seem closer to each other than all the other werewolves. Do you think that just because they're both alphas or because they were friends when they were younger, maybe?
I don't know if they were friends.
Who?
Because
Hope? Say Hope and
in the
Jed.
originals,
They're not friends.
in the originals, Henry said, or Hope said that Henry was her only friend. So
Yeah, like I don't think Jed and her were friends. And to be honest, her and Jed didn't talk at all. That was Lizzie that was like talking to Jed. So
and it didn't seem like anyone really liked Jed back when.
Yeah,
they were
nobody
preteens either,
did.
because like
He beat up
Lizzie and
Lena.
Josie tried to say that but even when they were preteens, Lizzie and Josie tried to say that Alyssa would marry Jed, but saying as like something gross, like something disgusting or whatever, because they were trying to be mean to her, or tease her. So by putting Jed in there, obviously they didn't have like a very high opinion of him.
Yeah, so I don't think Hope and him became friends. They're not friends at all. And like that scene with Hope was with Lizzie, so it wasn't like it was genuinely Hope. And I don't even think Hope even talked to him that much. Like the closest we've seen them interact, near each other, was when she took the delicious boot slide into the arena when she was going with Josie in episode 15. So,
And when he was making out with Alyssa on her bed.
yeah, that's the closest thing we got. So, and then plus, like I think that since he beat up her man,
She probably put him in his place after that.
This is
He
depressing.
was pretty afraid of her when she walked into that room.
Yeah, let me just refresh my camera, child. I'm tired of this. I don't need to use my phone. There's no reason why I'm moving like a freaking robot. Stop it, please. Okay. So we can confirm they weren't besties. So the next question is from Fer. It says, does killing Landon trigger the werewolf curse? Let me reword that. Huh?
What?
let me read that. Let me reread that. Wait, who are they talking about though?
Yeah, because Hope
Like any werewolf. Like if an untriggered werewolf kills Landon, does that trigger their curse?
I guess so.
Back to life.
Maybe.
I guess so. But what's weird is that when Hope did it, like
the heart stops. The heart stops. So like Landon's heart stops. So I would imagine, it means that they trigger their curse.
So when you edit this out, make sure you just take out me basically being confused, because I feel like every time they ask this question, I always get confused. This is sad. And it said, do they know in school that Hope ancestors made the werewolf curse? I keep saying vampire curse. This is fucking ridiculous. This is getting on my nerves.
I don't think that that's common knowledge.
Yeah, I think let alone that Larry got like a whole darn glossary book
Because
with her father.
Davina knew it, and Davina told Haley about the werewolf curse, but I highly doubt that Haley and Davina went and talked to Alaric about it.
Especially when Alaric was out here day and night typing on his little keypad, Klaus chapter 1. Like, I don't think they'll give him that.
Like Haley dealt with Caroline. I don't think she dealt with Alaric very much.
Okay, Arlon, please.
What?
Please get off my back. All right, so the next one is. Okay, the next one is Handon's Legacy 5. Do you think that a werewolf can trigger their curse at any age?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because clearly we're thinking that Jed is activating his rather early. Because once again, kids at a young age can, have accidents, which can cause trauma.
Yeah, because they're born with it, so.
Yeah. So any moment can happen. Anything can happen. Somebody could break an ankle.
That would be so sad, though. Like, watching like a 10-year-old child turn into a wolf.
Oh.
And then it would just like look like his little baby cub.
Oh,
breaking all
stop.
his bone.
No, that's that's just how her hope transforming was emotional. But she was still a kid in my eyes, so you can only
I
imagine
wonder
what a 10-year-old.
what determines their fur color.
Ooh.
No, right? And their eye, because with Hope was lighter, and then like Ralph's is darker. Like, does it is it based on, I don't know.
The crescent moon?
Is it based off their hair color or is it? Could it be
Hope's
the
hair
pack?
isn't white.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe it is a pack thing, or maybe it's kind of like
Just a random draw.
Yeah, I guess it's a random puzzle, because once again I'm thinking of Twilight when when all of them were different.
I love that
Team
Hope is a
Jacob.
white wolf. I freaking love that Hope is a white wolf. Like, it just.
I need you to keep that to yourself for eternity, sir. Like, honestly, I mean, I think it's just like a random color thing, but I don't think they'll talk about it. But if they did talk about it, it would be nice, you know? Because with Twilight, we don't know how they all got different ones either. But we still stand. I mean, still stand. The next question is from Britt. Do you think Maya has the werewolf genes? I'm hoping so.
Well, they're supposed to come back in the next couple episodes. So
did they say that? Did they say that?
Yeah, Julie said that. So how are they coming back? Because,
it has
they're not
to
at Mystic.
Yeah, what they gonna they're gonna try to be like, oh, what if the mom remembers that what Alert said, so she shows up to the school and she's like, I don't know, Alert, help me, my daughter just she killed somebody. I don't know. If it's something like that with her accidentally killing somebody, then whatever. I don't know what they could possibly do. You mean when Landon gets possessed, Hope gonna go to Mystic Falls and have a milkshake? I don't know what else could possibly be the reason.
Wait. Okay, that reminds me. Back to I think it was first question about if they kill Landon, will it trigger their werewolf curse? Because if you kill a supernatural, it doesn't trigger your curse.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Because Hope killed a whole ton of Nazi vampires and didn't trigger her curse until she killed that priest.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, oh.
So no, killing Landon wouldn't trigger the curse because he's supernatural.
True. See, we slacking. It's fine. It is what it is, you know. Okay, so the last question. Wow. Okay, our podcast wasn't even an hour. Please. The last question is from Liz. At Hand's Bathtub. Who do you think was alpha before Jed got to school? I don't know. I wonder if the person died or the person still on camp. Is still on campus. I want to know actually.
But if you're alpha of the school, and then you quote unquote graduate, do you just hand over your alpha reins to someone else?
A second in command?
Having Raphael win the fight to be the alpha, no way.
Maybe he'd be okay, I'm about to graduate. Who got these hands? Who won't get these hands? Maybe he like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
does the alpha nominate who they want? Just be yeah, I think you're going to be the alpha.
Or do they have to beat them?
Or yeah, do they have to challenge them?
I'm thinking that
They can both. They nominated them. Then they have to fight. What?
Okay, I'm gonna tell after we end this podcast. Okay. Okay, guys. That's it?
Yeah, well, we're filming a little bit earlier than normal, so we didn't really have a lot of time to get a lot of questions. And I actually went to Reddit and tried to look up a few things too, see if there's any questions on there that we could add to the doc, which I did add a few things. But I mean, the thing is there's not really a whole lot of questions because there's not really a whole lot on the wolf.
Yeah, it's not Legacy. Legacy is Legacy is. I thought that since it's a school, we'll see more of the diversity in the supernatural world. But the only thing we got was every other supernatural and this beast, but the 3 main popular ones. And even the witches have more plot lines than any of them, because I guess it's 3 of them are witches compared to other ones, but werewolves and vampires, we really don't got that much questions to ask because we don't know that much. We don't see that much the characters that are a werewolf or a vampire. We don't know any of their background stories. So all the stuff that we're talking about is kind of theories, which lowers our questions.
It would be nice if they're doing bottle episodes in season 3, as long as it fits with the story, to get these background on like Caleb and MG and Jed and stuff like that. But if the main story is going to be Landon possessed by Malivore, I don't know where fitting in those backstories are going to be. Like it's
And plus, we seemingly get the idea that the only time they actually give us bio things is when it conveys the plot. So, like, we got MG because that led to Landon becoming a Phoenix.
We got Alyssa because
of her and and then we got Sebastian because it deals with Lizzie, and then we get Jade because of a possible relationship with Josie and her being a Ripper at the scene. And so it's like we get like people that's not even important that much. We get storylines for them faster than the main characters, which makes no sense to me. So.
I mean, like a bottle episode on them would be really cool, but I just I don't want it straying from the storyline. I mean, the one thing about season 3 is that they won't be able to have like guest stars. Really, there will be no Freya or Kai or even Rebecca or anything like that, because with COVID, you have to limit your exposure, right? So really, it's just going to be like the main cast and like core background. I would imagine that's probably going to be filming.
Yeah, I mean, and then plus they fumbled the bag with Freya anyway. Like, they had her in here. This episode is going to be called Najee Grimes Legacy Up, because they brought Freya in here and she had not that many scenes with Hope. Like, we was hyped for Hope and Freya, and we only got one scene. And they said 2 words to each other. Hope.
Yeah,
Freya?
It would have been nice, like
nobody could. We just got her aftermath.
Like a follow up.
Yeah, like we didn't get no aftermath of, Hope, you want to come back with me? No, but nothing. We just got them hugging, and then like, who was after the scene? I don't even remember, because that's how I was just like, the episode pissed me off. So.
And Josie.
Because like.
Or was it before?
In episode 7, she was going to go on the bus to go see Freya.
Yeah, like, I want to see like what they did at the festival. Like, did they cut up some pumpkins?
When they got some cotton candy, had some pumpkins.
Like, we just gotta assume, even though we waited months to see them. Like, sick.
Whoa.
Sick.
Yeah. I don't know.
I guess it could be more like, it could be more convenient for Freya to keep coming back, because the like, did they record? Is Roswell in Georgia or is it in Vancouver?
Yeah, she's busy though. She's had a star show.
Roswell's filmed in LA.
I won't say that since she's like, since she's with CW. But
she's on another show too.
Yeah.
She's busy.
Sneak phone with the bag. So, like, they phone with the bag with Kai too. Like, Kai being such an amateur in Legacies, it's ridiculous. And what's more ridiculous is how I keep freezing on the Zoom call. Like, what's up? I'm giving up. I'm not giving y'all no more face. It's fine. Y'all not getting no more face today.
No more face cheese.
It's also, come on. It's not my fault. All right. I keep refreshing. It's not working for me. Okay, so we're ending it now, so I can tell y'all what I'm with.
Okay. Say it on the podcast.
Don't forget to get the merch.
I think today or tomorrow is the final day for
the Super Squad stuff.
Yeah, so it's kind of late for that, because by the time they're going to get it, it's going to be days after. But our merch is in the bio. Make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. Our next episode is what exactly, guys? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Make sure to like, comment, or subscribe, as Aria said. Thank you guys, for all the support, and see y'all next time.
Don't forget to buy the merch, like the squad.
Yeah, because all the money from our merch goes towards the Zoom. So, all right.